Katsuna, stay with us. And very quickly, we'll take you through comparative analysis of brewing companies. We have four of them. We have the Nigeria Brewery, we have Guinness, we have International Brewery, and we also have Champion. So let's start with Nigeria Brewery. In 2022. We have 393.44 billion naira. And then in 2021, 309.281 billion naira. The percentage change being 27.21. And then for Guinness, 52.85 million naira in 2022. And then in 2021, 47.46 billion naira, the percentage change being 11.33. And then checking International Brewery, 160.43 billion naira in 2022. And in 2021, 128.396 billion naira. The percentage change, 24.95. For Champion, 9.499 billion naira in 2022. And in 2021, 7.082 billion naira. The percentage change, 34.12. That's what we have here. So we're looking at comparative analysis. Generally, let's start with you. What do you think about the turnover for these companies? And then, okay, finally, let me just take Champion. We have Champion, 9.49 billion naira in 2022, and in 2021 we have 7.082 billion naira. The percentage change being 34.12.
Looking at the top line of this company, being a consumer sector, I would say this is a good number in terms of top line. And don't forget that when a company top line is looking up, it's a sign that this company is either they're introducing new product or they're eating to others market, and that means they're expanding their seed. For me, it's a good one for the brewery company. It's a good one for it being third quarter result. That means on the strength of this, investors in this company should not panic, because if a company is growing their top line, in between the top line and the PAT, yes, there might be some adjustment, but when the top line is up, it's a sign that the company is expanding its sales, and that means that sales will support your bottom line, which is the PAT. For me, it's a good start for this company, or a good one for third quarter. That means in this season, I said this season is for the consumer goods, all the consumer goods this season, because this last quarter activities will be on terms of consumption. For that, it's going to be a plus for them at the end of the day too. For me, this is a good one for those companies.
All right, Mokhtar, let's have your thought.
I don't know if you've gotten the breaking news that Nigerian Brewery also is proposing a bonus share for shareholders of for every 4 share you have 1 bonus share. I just got that news just now. So
yeah, go ahead, we can hear you.
Okay. So when you look at those numbers, I think the one that stand out most for now still remain the Nigerian Brewery, like Ambrose said, but you look at the drop in profit in the first quarter. I mean, comparable to the first quarter, and the second quarter drop in profit of about 4 billion. And then, but when you look at comparative analysis, you see that there's been an increase, like you put about 79 point something %. So for me, and the price is still very good, and they're paying 30 million of 40 cover. And I'm just, as I just said, mentioned now, we may have a bonus share for every 1 bonus for every 4 shares that you own in Nigerian Brewery. So when you look at that, it's a good share to for me. It's the best in that sector. When you look at the PE ratio, also it's still better than Guinness and the others. So, but again, it's investment perception. If you're an investor that is looking for dividend payout, then you will not be so much thinking of Nigerian Brewery. You will also be thinking of Guinness because of the type of dividend they pay comparable to Nigerian Brewery. Yeah. But then again, you have to look at the price also. By the time you put those two comparative analysis, you still realize that Nigerian Brewery is cheaper. If you look at Champion Brewery, Nigerian investors are excited in terms of dividend payout, and capital appreciation has not been so good in Champion. There was a time that it gained so much, and the liquidity in that share is not as strong. For International Brewery, it came with a lot of hype, and a lot of investors thought this is going to be a new darling, especially because of the price ratio comparable to Guinness and Nigerian Brewery. So investors were looking at that as the new kid in the block that they can use to improve, especially in capital appreciation. But unfortunately, it has not panned out like that. It went to an all-time high, about 20-something naira, and has been on a decline ever since then. So you do a comparable analysis. If somebody that you're looking for good dividend payout, and then Guinness Nigerian PLC will be it. If you're looking for capital appreciation and dividend payout and recently bonus, you go for Nigerian Brewing. But if you are looking for volatility, in terms of penny stock volatility, I think you will go for Champion and International Brewing. Just depend on which side you want to be.
Absolutely. I think I like that analysis where, you considered, the investors' appetite, and, I think that's a good one.
Yeah, just to add to what he said, for Nigeria Brewery that has about almost a 7.something billion ordinary share, additional 144 again, for every 4, 1 bonus. This is like also to dilute the earnings of Nigeria Brewery. Yes, this inflation environment, we know that their products kind of whether that's good or bad, people want to drink another stuff. But I will tell you, the more you increase your share in issue, the more your earnings also start looking out. Unless you're able to double your earnings, to the percentage or the proportion of the bonus you are giving. 144 for me is also a huge one. For every 4 they give you one. That is about almost 25%. If I want to take, quickly look at it, that means the Nigeria has to also double their performance, so that if not in the coming year, this might also, because remember, Nigeria has stood as high as 120 naira in this market when they declare 1-for-1 bonus. Since then, that price has not been in place for them to test it again after that, because of what they enlarged share. Now they are doing more again, with also when you give you option of taking the dividend or you take bonus, this also continue to expand what the share in issue for this company. I think investors should also rethink, but I'm not recommending whether they should buy or not, but just to give them perspective and direction.
Thanks for your perspective. Now we look at the profit after tax. We still have the 4 companies that we are considering at this point in time. So for profit after tax, we have Nigeria Brewery 2022 14.75 billion naira, and then in 2021 8.21 billion naira. The percentage change 79.58. For Guinness, 2.75 billion naira, and then 2021 4.04 billion naira. The percentage change there being in the negative, minus 32.03. For International Brewery, minus 2.81 billion naira in 2022, and then minus 13.52 billion naira in 2021. The percentage change, minus 79.22. Let's take a look at Champion now. 1.26 billion naira in 2022 and 635.339 million naira in 2021. That is 98.26%. I'd like to start with you again, Ambrose.
I told you earlier that after the top line, in between the top line and the bottom is your cost. Cost of say, your tax and all cost of operation and all those stuff. For me, looking at these numbers, they are also pretty good to show you that where the companies were before. Guinness, this their Q1 number was simple. Guinness has the June as well year end. But just in their first quarter, you can see that there's a decline in their profit after tax from about 4-something billion to 2.7 billion. Shows that where that also the price falling, we are not surprised that the price, because people have to look at, the nearest one that will give me dividend will be for the dividend for the December year end, which is Nigeria Brewery, International Brewing, and and the Champion. And this that Champion and International Brewery are not consistent in their dividend payment, because International Brewery has been in a red account, but they're not coming and trying to reduce their rate. For Champion, they're not consistent, but for Nigeria Brewery, they know that as my colleague have just said, they are consistent in dividend and other stuff. Good for me. It's a good number. Like I said earlier, this season is for consumer goods, so all the consumer goods will enjoy this last quarter of the year, and they might also be part of them.
All right. Okay, Mukhtar, very quickly, I'd like you to share your perspective.
Yeah, I think Ambrose have hit the nail on the head again. Like I said, if you look at those profit after tax numbers, you won't but stick to Nigerian Brewery or stick to Champion. But Champion, like I said, is for the volatility stuff. So I wouldn't want to go there. I will look for capital appreciation and dividend payout. But again, like he said, his introduction, we need to guide against what happened some years ago with Nigerian Brew when they came with 1-for-1. Now they're with 1-for-4. We've never had bonus for a very long time in any share in the Nigerian Stock Exchange. And that would come as a good news to investors, especially in this period. But like Ambrose also said, this is Nigerian brewery season, Guinness season, all the brewery sector, this is their season, because when we're looking at celebration, also we are looking at an electoral year also. So there's a lot of their products are one of those tools of investors. I think the challenge with Nigerian breweries, they just need to improve their distribution outlet. And again, that comes with a challenge, especially when they have to distribute in the far north. They are not allowed to do that. Also, both Nigerian brewery, Guinness, and others. So I remember again, Nigeria Brewery is doing something outside the box, also trying to build energy-friendly type of power supply also, and that also could reduce their expenditure. So I still believe that Nigerian Brewery, as it stands today, it looks cheaper than Guinness, but again, that's for investors' perception. So for me, I think he has hit the nail on the head, depending on which fight you want to be. If I'm an investor, I will do my comparative analysis and say, okay, as it stands now, Nigerian Brewery is selling for about 37 naira at the close of market today, and comparable to Guinness at the close of market today was 60. So that means you can get 1 point something unit of Guinness. I mean, Nigerian brewery comparable to Guinness. Then you come to the dividend payout. You realize that your 1 point, looking at the previous result, you realize that Nigerian Guinness will pay you better than Nigerian brewery. So you really need to do your calculation, like Ambrose say. You need to be financially intelligent to know what's your goal, where are you going, the capital appreciation or dividend payout. If you are looking at any of those things there, you begin to make up your mind. But for the other two stocks, I don't think they have met investors' expectation thus far, whether in dividend payout or in capital appreciation, because they seem to go high and then come very, very low.